I am Vinnie Turridge. Folks, you're getting stitches have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. Just like the woman on the other mic, I'm talking about the beautiful Miss Anna Vocino. Yeah.
Remember this picture?
Nancy Wilson, Hart. They will go crazy on you. Anna, it was because
I'm holding up a picture.
Oh, let's see. That's not funny, Anna. That's not funny.
Everybody's got to go to YouTube to see this picture that I'm holding up.
Okay, so we were somewhere, right? Where were we?
Austin, I think, at the Palmer Center.
Yeah,
and you were tired, and you're like, "I'm gonna take a nap." You said, "Wake me up in 5 minutes." I was like, "Okay." No, I'm gonna take a picture of you at your most vulnerable.
Right, so it was when Megan was still working with me.
Yes,
and I'd like driven like all day to get there and all this kind of stuff. And I got there the night before. It's like it was a hard drive and I had work to do that night. And then the next day, and I don't think people realize it, but when you have to, go up on stage and do a thing, and then you were doing your thing where the thing wasn't working, the heat source wasn't working. And I was like working the audience trying to like buy you time to get the stuff cooked.
Yeah. And luckily I had Bob Zimmer as eye candy up there with me.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're just going, and then everyone is like pulling you, hey, take a picture, sign my thing, take a do, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I know it sounds like bullshit, but that will wear your ass out. And I was tired when I got there.
Yeah. And I made you go have a drink with me the night before that they kicked us out of.
Yeah, they kicked us out. It was like, Vinny, let's go have a drink. And they kicked us out of the bar before we drank our drink. And so I'm there, and all I'm trying to is like, when I'm done with this, I have to get in the car and drive from Austin at least to Phoenix.
That's right.
Right.
You were going to work on a movie.
Yeah, I had to get out to California, and I was like, I got to get at least halfway. I got to get to Phoenix. Right. So I looked at Megan. I said, Megan, I need to go hide somewhere and just put my head down because I need to drive half the night away. I just drove in here and I'm beat right now. So she goes, okay, boss, just slip out the back. And I said, where? And she goes, just go. So I went around the corner and there's these little areas, these little cubbies, but still inside the building, but there are people mingling around. And people started coming up to me there, because that's where the rooms were where you can go and breakout have like a little the breakout room. So I got stopped there. My good friend, the carnivore guy, the doctor,
Chaffee or Chafee?
Chafee and his girlfriend are there. And we started chit chatting, and then people wanted pictures of me and Chafee together. Mm-hmm. So at some point,
and you had told Lauren to get you out of there if anybody else stops you because you had to go. And so Lauren kept coming up to you and Chafee going, come on, Vinny, we have to go. Because Lauren will be the heavy. He will be he doesn't care about anybody.
Yeah. And Pardini is good with that. But, when Pardini and I would go places, because he works with rock stars all the time, he knows how to get people pulled away. No, I'm not a rock star, but he knows how to get people pulled away, right?
Right. And then you were like, no, Chafee's okay. And Lauren's like, but you said, so we have to go.
So yes, he's like pulling me. So Lauren gets me out of there, and I'll look outside, and I see like a couch, but
it's 120 degrees outside.
It's literally it's the surface, the temperature. It said surface of the sun. Yeah. Right. Me taking a nap I became Sisyphus. Right? Yeah. It's like, it's. I flew a little too close.
Icarus.
Sisyphus pushing a rock uphill. Yeah. Icarus flew too close.
Wings.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went outside and went, you know what? I love heat. I lay there, and I just, as soon as my head hit that couch, I was out. It was like I had a button on the back of my head.
I know.
Knocked me right out.
Because I went out and was hovering over you, and I was like, oh, he's not going to wake up. I could do one of two things. I could take a picture of him, or I could draw a dick on his face. So you're lucky I chose the photo.
Yeah. Well, apparently
you would have known. You would have woke up with a dick on your face and gone and done the talk.
Again, another dick on my face. Right? Can't nobody do the Hitler mustache anymore? Come on.
No, it's got to be a dick.
We're not
Cock
shaving
and balls,
eyebrows
baby.
these days. What are we doing? Yeah.
Cock and balls. That's it.
But when I woke up, there were other people around too. So apparently other people were posing with me and taking pictures. And
No, I wouldn't let them do that. Nobody did.
I think I had drool. It was like
No,
weird.
you're fine. I would not let people do it. I did it. I'm allowed. You guys
Yeah.
don't do that.
So that was my only nap. It was like 15, was it 15 minutes, 20
Oh, it
minutes?
was like 5 minutes. It was like 5 minutes that we had to go.
And I had to do my road trip trick on the road that night more. So I get out of Houston. There's a big, speaking of fires, there was some kind of car fire on the freeway, you know, on Interstate 10 heading towards Phoenix. And we were backed up. And now I'm sitting there going more and more hours. I kept pulling off on exits and jumping rope. I would pull my jump rope out.
I love that.
200 or 300 times, get back in the car, felt fresh for about 20 minutes, pull off again. It got to where I didn't even get to exits because you're out in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, you can just pull over.
I just pull over and just whip out the jump rope and just whip it around a couple of hundred times and get back in the car. And I had to do that all the way to Phoenix. Right.
I love it.
I had never been so tired in my life. But yeah, that was that trip. And now we're doing it again, folks. But no, this show is coming out after we do it again. We're going to be.
Yeah, we already did it.
Yeah.
And you missed it. You missed it, listener.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere in the mid-Atlantic, Northeast, or Southeast, you better be kicking yourself right now.
Yeah, you missed Vinnie and Anna.
The reunion of the decade.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It is of the decade because it's been almost a decade since we've seen each other.
I know, pretty much.
And I've been going to DC every day, by the way.
I know. How is that? How's your Dupagens going?
My Dupagens? Yeah. Yeah. It's going well. I go tomorrow, and then I have to do one makeup day on Monday because I couldn't get up there on Monday because we had a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And now, Anna, I don't know if you know this, but they're talking about snow again next week.
I am wondering, here's the thing. We got fires. And I got to fly out of LAX, and then we got snowstorms, and I got to get into DCA. So we'll see what happens next week.
Can we talk?
Can you divert it? Yeah, let's talk about the fires a little bit because we were supposed to have Andrea Anders on today. She's fine.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot of people who lost their houses, and it's bonkers to me that people are showing up after being evacuated to nothing, to their entire homestead decimated.
Your life gone. I mean, look, I mentioned on the Friday show, our very own Leona, her whole block was decimated. That's and right. Her house was one of 3 that didn't get hit, which is crazy. Incredible. So her real estate, if that house was worth $1 million, is now worth $3 million because it's one of 3 left in the street.
The fact that the flats of the Palisades, and I'm talking about Palisades Village, which is commerce, you guys, like imagine Main Street USA anywhere burning down.
Yeah.
You would be like, this is insane. But the fact that Main Street USA, like, because you think the Palisades, it's pretty much all asphalt and concrete and buildings. You would think, oh, a wildfire is not going to hit that. You would never get that far to get down there. And it sure did. And it decimated the whole thing. Gelson's burned to the ground. Ralph's burned to the ground. The library, the movie theater, you name it. Schools burned to the ground.
The years I spent in the Palisades, because you know, that's where super rich Hollywood lives. That's one of the 2 of the biggest areas I dealt with. Malibu and the Palisades.
Gone.
Malibu and the Palisades. And I'm looking at it, it's like, wow. Looking at those beach houses, you know, I go train my clients in those beach houses. So many of those over here.
Dukes, Gladstones, Reef Inn, gone.
All gone.
Sunset all the way up to basically Dukes is decimated. It is no more.
That's crazy to even think that.
It's crazy. And think about this, like, you know how you want to you want to remodel the bathroom on your house, or maybe you want to gut your kitchen, or maybe you want to do your whole house.
Right.
The time that it takes to get a construction crew that's reliable and wonderful and people you trust to come in and remodel your house. Now imagine everyone in your neighborhood has to rebuild their house from the ground up. What are the logistics of that? How do you even do that?
And
I can't even wrap my mind around it.
I don't know if you can even rebuild those houses, because every client I had, and Corolla talks about this all the time, and it's true. Every client I had that lived in Malibu, there's what's called the Coastal Commission that's in that area. It's that whole area, the whole Malibu area. It's called the Coastal, in Santa Monica Coastal Commission. And if you want to make any changes on your house,
Oh, forget it.
you can't. So if you want to rebuild, it ain't going to happen. The coast,
And everybody else wants to rebuild. Imagine the permit backlog. I mean, all of the logistics that you think of, but you think of these things already having a place to live while you're planning all this construction work. These people don't have a home anymore.
Anna, the only option these people have is if the government of California comes in, kind of like, remember the COVID mandates, they say, "Whoa, we're just going to hand this drug out. We're not going to test it," or whatever. They're going to have to drop all of the mandates to allow the super rich people to build again. If they
you keep saying super rich, and you're correct that is a high income, but they're also middle class people who lived there for decades.
Right. But I'm talking, Anna, I'm talking about on the beach side of PCH. There's no middle class living there. Sorry.
I understand that, but I'm also talking about in Leona's neighborhood. They're not super rich people.
That's Altadena.
They still lost their homes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Anna, let's leave Altadena out of it right now. I'm talking about Malibu, Palisades. Everyone I trained there, were multi over $100 million. These people had whatever, that's the least. Some of these people are billionaires, right?
Understood.
I'm talking about that community. Either all of those people are going to go, fuck it, we're out of California altogether.
Sure.
And some other places are going to become California, meaning, I don't know, Nevada, Las Vegas, or something. They're going to go somewhere else. Because if the Coastal Commission gives them any crap, which they will, these people are going to say,
I'm not going to put up with it anymore.
They're going to sit there and go, we were already paying the highest taxes known to human in the United States. And now they're going to bust our balls on building a new property. No, I'm out. They're just not going to come back.
And they have the means to do that. And what I'm thinking of is my friend who lives in an apartment building, who's a single mom, but she lives in the Palisades because she's in the good school district for her kids.
Right.
I don't know where she's going to go. I don't know what she's got planned.
What does she do for a living?
An actor. So hopefully she gets a job.
Well, yeah. Serena's an actor. She gets as much work now living here.
I know people are going to go. People have to. Everybody's a grown up. They'll figure it out. But my heart goes out to people who lost their homes. You have your home one day, and the next day you don't. And that's a terrible
lot of
situation.
these people will not be able to stay in California, because unless California releases all of the crap it takes to live there, that's going to be the issue. And I don't think they will. California is drunk on that money. And if they stay drunk on that money, Serena figured out one day, wait a minute, I could be anywhere in the world because everything is now a video to do an audition.
Right.
Video. It's not you have to show up and do an audition. They stopped doing that during COVID. She does videos. We have a screen. We have a special spot right here in my office. We pull a black curtain across, and we have a video section set up for her. And everybody in the world is going to do that. You don't have to be in LA. You can fly into LA and do your work. And by the way,
but not anymore.
People,
you're going to film other places.
Yeah, when you get the job, you'll be flying to Georgia or Louisiana or somewhere.
Exactly. Or North Carolina. Yeah.
North Carolina. You're going to be flying anywhere except California, because movies moved out of California 10, 12 years ago. So
yeah, it's
scary to see.
The entertainment industry has been hard hit by a number of things that have happened. And I know that people want to roll their eyes and think it's all rich people. Guess what? It ain't all rich people. It's a lot of journeyman actors and writers and directors, people like myself, who I make a living, luckily, as a scale actor. And I'm one of the lucky ones. But I'm by no means the $100 million people who can say F you to the state of California. if I lost my home, I don't know what I would do. It would certainly be devastating. So
Yeah. Yeah. You
my
would have,
heart goes out.
same here. Same here.
We have people on their way up right now who are coming to stay, who lost their home, so they're gonna come stay here for a little while. Andrea has people at her house, so that's why she's not joining us, but when I come back from DC in 2 weeks, we'll get her on. So instead, we're gonna do what we were gonna do next time, which
Mhm.
is going through this fitness equipment, because I don't know if the world has just gotten more inventive. I feel like fitness equipment used to be sold through what is it called? Guthrie Ranker?
Guthrie Ranker, that's who I used to
Guthrie
have to
Ranker?
deal with, who
Yeah.
wanted to give me 3 cents on the dollar. When I
Right.
would literally, I built a product that I still haven't put out there, right? And other products like it have come around, which is great. That's why I've never gone in to do mine. But I built a thing that actually works. And Guthrie Ranker wanted to do it. And they were like, all right, you'll get 3 points. And by the way, we own your name. We
Right.
own the name Vinnie Tortorich into perpetuity, right? You will never
What a
own the name.
terrible deal. I'm so glad you didn't sign that deal.
A lot of people did, and I knew the girl, one of the Buns of Steel girls. Like I knew,
Yeah.
like she was a big deal with Buns of Steel, and one I'm saying Buns of Steel, but one similar to that. I don't want to give the real name. And she couldn't do anything using her name anymore.
Who's
Bonzo,
crying?
it's Bonzo. It's like, what do you?
Bonzo, we love you. Don't cry.
He's freaking out for some reason. Bonds, why don't you go get on your bed?
He probably sees a ghost.
Bonzo, you don't see.
Your house is haunted, is what
So
I take away.
yeah, Guthrie Ranker was one, the biggest infomercial people in the world. And
Yeah.
even though I would go and get the patent on it, and patents cost between, if you get lucky, $15,000, but usually $20,000 by the time you get a patent.
Oh, I
Back
didn't know it cost that much.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you get really lucky and you don't get too much of this and that and the whole thing, and you get a good attorney, 12 to 15, but usually 20. And then I would have to make the product. There was a toy maker that would make prototype toys for Mattel and these companies. This guy I knew that would make plastic parts for me and extrude aluminum for me and do all this stuff to make certain things. And you do put all that money into that, another $20,000-$25,000, and then you go to Guthrie Ranker. That was me putting my money where my mouth was, right? All the money I was making as a trainer. Some people go out and do hookers and blow. I was trying to help the world with that money and make a living, right?
Right.
At the same time. And then they will go, yeah, we love this product, we'll do it. And when you look at the contract, out of every dollar they make, you get 3 cents. And the way they look at it is, hey, man, we're putting up the millions of dollars in the commercial. So I get their side of it. But when they want to own your name, that's when I would go.
Yeah, they could have a little more of a fair split just because they're buying, media time. And by the way, in off hours on channels at a times when people aren't really watching it. So they're getting media buys at a discount. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's the way that world used to work, because people, insomniacs and druggies would stay up all night and buy stuff,
Right. I'm going to get in shape and buy Vinnie Tortorich's Flexomaster or whatever.
And by the way, I mean, people like Mike Rowe, who's my age, he was over on QVC selling shit all night long. It was like,
Listen, if I got to get on QVC and sell my spices and sauces, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I would hug it. Honey, you would see a hustle like you have never seen before.
Absolutely. And that was the world back then. But you started seeing these products on your Instagram, right? Which is where is now the QVC of,
oh my God, it just
it's the Guthrie Ranker of our lifetime. So I see these things too. So you're going to bring up some of the ones that they were pushing towards you, and you're going to get my opinion on them. So I know you're going to show me the pictures, but you also need to describe to me what they say they're doing.
Okay. So this first one, this is really funny because I just closed Instagram and then reopened it. And of course it had to reset. Give me a second here. Let me just look up this thing.
Villa Capelli olive oil. Villa Capelli is the best olive oil on the planet. Take my word for it. I'm Italian. I know what I'm talking about. It's in our blood. Yes, that's right. We have olive oil running through our blood. At least we think we do. Anna's Italian family is from Puglia, and that's where Villa Capelli comes from, Puglia. And that's where some of the best olives in the world are grown. Those olive trees there are kind of special. I don't know if most people know this, but one Mr. Sylvester Stallone's family, or at least half of his family, is from Puglia. So they know a little something about olive oil, the Stallones, I'm sure. Anyway, you want the best olive oil on the planet? You want Villa Capelli. It's not cut. You can cut oil in this country up to 40% and still call it 100% pure olive oil. You do not want to mess with it because they cut it with seed oils. Yes, seed oils are bad. Show me a study, broski. I don't need to show you a study. Take seed oils and see how you feel. Feel like crap. All right. Villa Capelli, guaranteed not to feel like crap, guaranteed to feel great. Villa Capelli, we use it here. You're going to use it where you are. Put in promo code Vinnie, VINNIE, and you will get what? Oh, nothing, just 10% off. If you spend $125 total dollars after the discount, meaning if you spend $140, 10% discount, you save $14, that's $126. And you will then get free shipping. So 2 ways to save at Villa Capelli. Go get it right now, villacapelli.com.
Everything I'm about to ask you about, we are not affiliates. We don't, if you want to buy something, have at it, folks. We don't, I just want to get from Vinnie because all this stuff comes up in the feed and tis the time of year. So the first thing that's come
Anna,
up,
let me just say this before you show me anything, because I don't know what you're going to show me. If I like it, it doesn't mean that I'm telling you to go buy it. I don't know if it's good quality. I'm just going to be answering whether I think the piece of equipment works or not if you use it. At least that's what I think I'm going to be doing. So even if I say this is a good idea, I am not saying I endorse this piece of equipment, and I will not take an affiliate code with it or anything else. So go on, Anna.
So do you remember when you had me get the Bosu ball back when we were training, and then you're like, do your sit-ups or balance on it and stuff? This is like a linear Bosu ball. Let me describe it that way. It's called the GI Board US, Gboard. Anyway, it has what it looks like is a skateboard where the ends go up.
Right.
And then there's a strong, it looks like a seat belt type of material across the middle of it that's secured that you can balance on it.
Almost like a slack line.
Almost like a slack line. Like, you remember how you used to, when you were a kid, you'd walk on the curb and try to balance? It's kind of like that vibe. Like, figure out your balance. But then it looks like other people are like using it like a Bosu ball. Like, she's sitting on it doing she's doing a push-up on it. Another lady's doing her kettlebell lift squat with one foot on it in a squat position. And I was like, this looks interesting.
It looks like you do a lot of things on it. I like this.
Okay.
Now, some of the stuff they're doing
just for balance or for like
balance. I think some of this other stuff where they're doing, like bicycle kicks and all that, they're reaching. There are better ways to do that.
This looks crazy. The soccer player has one foot on the balance thing, and then he's dribbling the ball with his other foot.
It's something most of us will never be able to do.
We'll never do that.
I couldn't begin to do that on flat ground, much less on that.
Right.
As you know, Anna, I have one of those, things with they call it the rockets right in the middle. So it's the same kind of thing, like a skateboard top, and you have the little rolling piece of wood underneath. And I literally pull that thing out at least once a week. I should do it more often. While I'm watching television or football or whatever, I'll do 10 or 15 minutes of being on that thing, just going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Because as we get older, you want to work on keeping your balance. I like the idea of this. If that's a good, sturdy product, and it looks pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
I would say if you want something, a balance type toy, what kind of money? Do they say what kind of money they want?
You know what? I'm sending you links for what we're discussing today.
Okay.
I'm just sending this to Deborah. So let me send that to Debbie.
No, I don't want to put the links, because the links are going to, the connotation will be that.
Oh, that we're promoting them. Okay.
Promoting it.
Well, they're 25% off, but I'm trying to see what the actual price is. The class, it's $200. I didn't see that coming. It better be well made for $200.
That's kind of expensive, because the balance thing I have, the Voodoo or whatever it's called, with the rock. I'm going to have you look that up in a minute, if you don't mind.
How is it spelled? Like Voodoo, like VOODOO?
Maybe, or VODUDOU or something. I don't know. Bonzo. I know
the Voodoo. What is it called? Rock?
No, it's a balance board with, they call the thing in the middle of the rock, the little thing that it goes back and forth on, and you balance back and forth. I wish I remember.
Oh, there it is. VEW-DO. No, that's.
Can I see it? Let's see what you got. That sounds like it might be it. That's it. That's what I have. Right.
Okay, that's VEW-DO.
Okay, that's what I have. So you have the thing in the middle, so you kind of rock back
It's
and
like
forth.
a surfboard, yeah.
And how much does that thing cost? Because I bought one of those for Gina for her birthday because she was like impressed with mine. And she, I was like, let me just give her this.
Let me find out. Hold on. How much did Vinny spend on Gina's birthday? Let's find out. The baseline, $229.
I don't think I spent that much. But I can tell you, I know that thing is sturdy and worth it because mine I've had since 2005.
The mini board is $120. Maybe you got her the mini board because she is little.
Yeah, she's not a big woman. Maybe I got it. I think I want to say I probably spent $150 on it. This is well worth it. I think, I don't know, I probably got it on Amazon and had it sent straight to her. I've had mine, Anna, since 2005. So that thing is 20 years old. Now, I've only used it on not carpet, but on a rug. So it's never really worn out. It looks as good as brand new. And use it all the time. As a matter of fact, I think I put me using it on my Instagram at some point.
Okay.
So if you want to see me using it, and I think that's how Gina saw it. She was like, "You were doing that thing with cowboy boots on," and
whoa.
She was like, "You just get on there with cowboy boots?" I was like, "Yeah, I get on there any way I am." It's like, I'm going to see if I could find it here at some point. It was years ago, but it's got to come up if it's here. But that's the thing. You don't have to go get dressed or do anything. I was just demonstrating it one day, and Serena walked in. I said, "Hey, catch me doing this, and we could turn this into a video." And that's how we did it. And if I could find it here, I'll play it. I'll pull it up for you. God, I do a lot of Instagrams. While I'm looking for this, Anna, show me the next product.
Well, I'm trying to find it. It's basically like an advanced. Oh, the ab roller things where you do where it rolls on the ground and you do your you can do like a push up or a plank and you just go up and down. You know what I'm talking about.
You're going to have to show it to me.
Oh, okay. Hold on. This one tends to come up, and I've seen this one at the gym. Okay, this lady.
Oh, that. Yeah. All right. That is, I have one here somewhere. I don't see it from where I'm sitting. That is probably the least expensive piece of equipment everyone should have. And I tell everyone, when you start with it, start slow and then slow down.
So it's a thing that looks like it has a weight that's a wheel with little handles. And then you get down like...
no weight. No, but
it looks like a weight, but it's actually a roll. It's a wheel.
So what it is two, literally it's two, how you say, like lawnmower, like push lawnmower tires.
Mm-hmm.
It's right in the middle, and it's a little handle on each end. Those things have been around since probably the 1930s or 40s in some version or another, and they're worth it.
Great.
Now, when people go, "Hey, do you do a lot of abs? Do you do a lot of abs?" No, but that's one of the things I do. And I usually do it on back day because it's like an adduction. It's like doing adductions in the gym with your arms and doing pullovers. It's a version of pullovers and adductions. So,
well, that's what I was wondering, because when you go down if you can go down with your arms above your head and then you come back up, it sounds like that would be great for your lats, right? Almost like a pull.
It works on your lats. It works on pieces of your upper chest. It works on your shoulders. But I tell everyone, when you start doing them, do not start, but don't get overly and go, I got to go all the way out. You might only be able to go out just a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Just do what you can when you can. And that's it. That's all you can do. And then you just keep going from there. and then eventually you'll be able to go all the way out. It takes time, but there's no rush. So, and by the way, Anna, how much is that piece of equipment?
Oh, I think I found one for 20, $25, and I sent a
Um,
link to Debbie.
you
I
could
know you said
probably
no links, but I sent her the links.
you could probably find them on Facebook Marketplace where they're literally saying, "We'll give you
Yeah.
$10 to take this out of my house."
Right.
So yeah,
'Cause
those
it's reminding me of all the exercise I'm not doing. Yeah.
even the gym I go to in town
Mhm.
has, but like when I stretch when I'm at the gym, there's about 5 or 6 of them right there, and people use them. People still use them. It's one of those things that you should be using, right?
Okay. That's good to
So
know. So already we've covered balance, we've covered the ab roller. So the next thing that comes up in my feed a lot, and I find it interesting because I'm not really a yoga person, it's movement, mobility workouts, core/handstand workouts, things like that that are using your own body weight, and then you're doing, you know what I mean? You're moving around, you're doing, y- you're working your hips, you're working your knees. You're here. I'll
I
show
would
you.
have to see. Can you
Hold
show
on.
me what you're talking about?
Yep. Let me see if I can get this one to start over. Just start over. This one's a long one. So
Okay.
that kind of a thing where you're just like really like you're opening your hips and you're
Yeah. All right. So that's not all right.
that's
So
one. And then there's another one where a lady's like doing these handstands and doing like cool push-ups into handstands. And it looks yoga based, it looks Pilates based, it looks body weight balanced and squat/push-uppy based. But I get a
here's the
lot of
problem.
those mobility and the idea being you want to keep your joints flexible, supple. You want to be able to get up, off and on the ground, you know, easily. Because isn't that a sign of being old when you can't get up without
Yeah,
using your
that's one of
hands and
them,
stuff?
and hand grip, and there's a bunch of
Yeah.
them that kind of makes sense. Sometimes
So
doesn't
here's
make
one.
sense.
This lady's comes up in my feed all the time. She looks like more yoga based.
Yeah. I love how whenever you see the hot chick, they're either showing you a lot of cleavage or they're showing you like a shot right up their crotch.
Yeah, very
Neither one is
scantily clad.
needed.
Look, she's doing that cool handstand. That's awesome.
Okay, here's my problem with it.
Yeah,
99.8% of society
can't do it.
can't do it.
Right.
So, look, you want to watch something for inspiration? That's fine. But find someone that's on your level, right? Like, find even some of these old yoga teachers, people that are my age, right? And you go,
Right.
oh, he or she is old, usually she, right? The problem with it becomes you're going, oh, wait, this 65-year-old woman can do it. Therefore, no, they've been doing it their whole life. You got to find someone that's on the level, that's on your level, or you have to have the smarts to go, okay, I'll never be able to press up into a handstand. I don't want to break my neck trying. And some of these things, even with, the knee,
There's
Bonzo,
another one. It just came up like 10 things later.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So they got your number, right?
Yeah.
And all of these stretches and the whole thing, you have to take them where you live. And that's it, you know?
Yeah.
You,
And I
you
stretch
can't,
anyway because I'm a ex ballerina, so that's something that I like to sit and do in front of the TV anyway.
let me see
Um,
this.
oh,
Serena.
here's a movement based one because here's a dude.
Wait, hang on, Anna.
Yep.
Please come and get Bonzo. I'm podcasting, period.
Bonzo's interrupting.
He won't stop.
If this guy would stop talking and start showing us the
That's the other thing. It's like everyone's an expert now. Sometimes I'll see
oh,
things
that's
and
just
go,
him
okay,
talking. I don't know.
if anyone does this, you'll get hurt, right? Like
And then,
everybody's now.
and then look, the ballerina bar thing is now coming up. They're like, oh, if you like, because whenever you stop, by the way, I knew this is going to throw off my algorithm because whenever you stop for longer than 2 seconds, the algorithm's like, oh, she loves it. Show her more of these.
Right.
That's a
So,
ballerina
so you're not
workout.
even. Can you get to more of the
Oh, here we go.
apparatus?
Here's this guy doing handstands, working
Yeah.
the pole.
Again, that's some.
Oh,
That's a
this is
dude.
another one, the bar. Hold on, that bar.
Okay, Anna, 90. No, I'm going to go almost
The base
100%.
bar flip. Let me look this up.
100% of society cannot do these exercises.
I know that guy obviously is like.
These people are just showing off. That's all they're doing. They're going, oh, look at me, right? Bonzo, sit. Please sit. I get it. You're nervous. Come on.
Why is he so nervous? Because he sees a ghost?
No, because Serena was messing around with. Bonzo has thoughts and issues, and
Oh,
now he wants just to climb into my lap. Like if I let him right now, if I pushed my chair out, he would be in my lap. So
I love him. Okay, this thing. Have you seen this thing? The base bar.
no, I have not seen that one.
Okay.
And what is
Hold
it?
on.
Let's see what it is. The base bar.
Mm-hmm.
See
So
if I
now
can
I
move
need to find
here.
it. So yeah, I think honestly the mobility and the yoga stuff, you got to be careful.
Yes,
And it's great to go to a class.
It was like every hot chick that it's funny. My brother-in-law's wife. Okay, Anna, if someone put a gun to your head,
I couldn't do that if my life depended on it. Are you kidding me?
if a gun was to your head and they were going to shoot you, could you even do that one? Gun to your head?
No, but I also feel like if you wanted to try this one, I would rip my shoulder up. If you want to try this one, you should just go to your kids' jungle gym at the park and see if you can do this. So what it is, it's basically like a bar, like a ballet bar, but if the vertical part of it was closer together. So it's like a U-shaped upside down U. And then people like bend it in all different directions.
Yeah. Again, the average person is not going to be able to do what that woman is doing. And that's probably some of the simpler things you can do.
Oh, yeah. There's all sorts of things where people turn it over. It's called the base bar.
Yeah. Again, it's so that you don't have to get on a pull-up bar and do it, where you'll be higher off the ground. So if you fall, you'll literally break your neck. I would not recommend that to anyone I work with.
Interesting. Too intense.
It's for real athletes. And again, it's these people who are showing off. I was getting ready to say, my brother-in-law's wife, she's a 50-something-year-old, calls herself a trainer her whole life. I don't know if she's ever really actually trained anyone. And a couple of years ago at Christmas time, we're sitting around talking, and she was like, hey, how do I get more people on Instagram? It's like, don't ask me because I get shadow banned. And she goes, yeah, but I have 3,000 people and you have, at the time I had 50 or 60,000. And I said, look, if I can be blunt, you're a really good looking 50+ woman. Show a little midriff skin, wear some tights and wear the little bippy bra and just start showing exercises. And I guarantee you'll blow past me in no time. Sure enough, 1 month later, she was at 60,000. Month after that, she was at 120,000. Long story short, she's like 2.5 million now, and she's making, I want to say, between $250,000 and $300,000 per month, putting up basically Jane Fonda style workouts. That's all she's doing. She's not doing anything special, right? And now she's a fitness influencer, and she does what all these people do. Now she's wearing outfits, and she gets paid to wear the outfits, and where they jump and then they're in a different outfit, and then they jump again and they're in a different outfit, and she's doing all that kind of stuff. It's all lifestyle crap. She's putting up an image that no one can achieve, period. And that's what Instagram has become. Meanwhile, I'm shadow banned because I tell people to eat meat and eggs, right? That's the world we live in. Am I jealous? No, you can't get jealous of something like that. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she can provide and keep her kids in private school and whatever else she does. That's good and fine. Bonzo, you're about to drive Daddy up one wall and down.
Why don't you put Bonzo in your lap, Daddy?
Because then it gets tangled up in this, and I won't be able to do the podcast. And Serena won't come up here. I'm going to call Serena. I got to call her.
In the time of you telling that story,
Yeah.
I got 15 more ads for either yoga, Pilates bar, mobility, or yoga body, or base blocks. Okay, now they're okay. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that guy.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. Nobody can do that. Exactly. Nobody.
I have to send this link to Debbie because it's ridiculous.
Honey, you got to come get him. He won't stop crying and moaning. And she closed the door. Serena.
She's had it.
She opened the door and said, "Come on," and then she walked out. Oh, good. He's walked away from me. Good.
And by the way, Debbie is responding as I'm sending her these links, and she was wondering about the ab roller. She says, "Oh, I always wondered about that." I'm like, everybody wants to know. So that's why this is good. It'll save you money. Spend your money on the right things. So far, yes for the balance board stuff. Yes for the ab roller. Maybe, but also possibly no for the mobility stuff.
Well, it
Or go
depends
to a
on what
class.
you can do.
Go to a class.
Yeah, if you could do it,
And
then
no
it's
for the
fine.
base block thing with the crazy, you have to be an Olympic gymnast apparently to do that L-shaped thing with your body.
Yeah, that I would not recommend that to anyone.
So the last thing is not a fitness thing, but I still wanted to know Vinny's take on it. Uh-oh.
Someone, I'm about to lose my shit down here. Hang on now.
Tell her she's on the air.
Okay. Hopefully.
Okay, you got it? Everything good?
I'm sorry, everyone. I mean, Serena didn't know what was going on down here. And,
It's funny.
yeah. So we're better now. All right.
So
now,
you know red light therapy. What's your take on that?
complete bullshit. End of story. Don't even get me started.
Okay.
And by the way,
Well, I'm getting you started because we need to know
on.
before people spend their money on it.
All right. Red light therapy, complete crap. And infrared sauna, bigger crap. Okay. There's nothing special going on with your infrared sauna. The only thing that the infrared sauna is doing is not getting hot enough. Period. They only go to like 140 or 160 degrees, and a good sauna should go at least to 185. And I don't know why. I don't know why all of a sudden, oh, infrared saunas, they do something for it. Prove it. Show me the study. You can't show me a real study. It's not doing anything. It's doing nothing. It's doing less than that. Nothing is an upgrade for an infrared sauna. Nothing is an upgrade. It's not doing anything. And
a regular sauna, yes.
And by the way, folks, if you think, oh yeah, my husband bought this scalp thing for his head, it's red light therapy, and he's going to grow hair.
Oh no, that's
I mean, please stop. Don't waste your money. If you're going to, all right, let's say you buy.
Why do all these biohackers do this red light therapy?
I don't know.
You see them walk around their house, be like, "Here's my red light therapy."
Yeah.
In their living room, where I feel like, as a design choice, that's terrible. But maybe health.
Okay, all right. What's it supposed to be doing for you? Can you look at you? You brought it up. What's it?
I have no idea. Makes your skin better.
It does nothing.
Does it get rid of joint pain?
Red light therapy. Let's see what it says.
Here's one. Here's a mat. The lady laying in her mat.
Devices. Folks, I'm telling you, this is bullshit on parade. This is not doing anything for you. Period. Biomax, $800. $800. Current body LED light, $469. Platinum LED Biomax, $650, $660. Oh my God. All right, let me go to WebMD and see what they say about this.
Oh, here's a thing. Wait, where's her? Oh. Yeah, let's see benefits of red light therapy.
All right, I'm reading this from WebMD. Can we trust WebMD on this? All right, red light therapy is a treatment that that's the key word here, may help skin, muscle, tissue, and other parts of your body heal. It uses low levels of red lights to target your skin and cells. It is thought It is thought to work by increasing the production of mitochondria, your cells, energy, blah, 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 blah. So when they start with may and thought,
Right.
I'm teaching you guys how to read bullshit, okay? When words like may and thought comes in right at the beginning. So let's see what they recommend. Let me go down and see if they recommend it.
There's a lot that they recommend for it, but it just the
Well,
other
hang
thing
on.
I've heard is that getting a little bit of natural sunshine does the same thing. So why not just go
Actually,
outside?
sunshine does something for you. Sunshine is actually good for you. We need to get sunshine. Red light therapy is bullshit. I don't care how much weight can you lose with red light therapy. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Folks, don't get duped by this crap. Please don't get duped. Red light therapy is dangerous. Mostly safe. Usually they say whether they recommend it or not. And I don't see that here.
I just had another friend write me that she lost her home.
Oh,
I can't
man.
take this. I can't take this.
It's bad. It's really
It's
bad.
bad. Altadena home.
Yeah. Ugh, I feel bad for everyone right now. Jesus Christ.
So that go on with the red light therapy.
I'm done. I went to WebMD. Look, when you see
Don't go to WebMD. That's a time toilet. You're just going to go on WebMD and then you're going to go down the thing. Just go get some sunshine. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You've demystified some stuff. And then you've told us what's worth doing. So I guess apparently we all need to go get those ab rollers because that sounds like the most productive thing. Is this good for your fitness? Eat Happy Kitchen marinara?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, what I do is I put that bottle on the ground and I roll with that.
Oh yeah, you could. It's a great foam roller too. You could just
Yeah.
unless you break it, and then it will cut you.
Yeah, and then you'll have shards of glass in your ass, and that ain't good.
That's not good. Don't exercise with Eat Happy Kitchen unless your exercise is stirring the pot.
Eat Happy Kitchen, folks. I don't know if I could live without it. Is kind of the problem, right? It's if Anna ever stopped making the stuff, I would be up Schitt's Creek, no paddle. I would even have a canoe. I would just be in the creek of shit if Anna stopped making the stuff. So go get Eat Happy Kitchen marinara, get the puttanesca, get the the crema, my favorite, the crema, and the arrabbiata. I mix crema and arrabbiata together.
Spicy pink. You know what we're doing right now with our Sprouts pitch? We're pitching to them that we will do a spicy pink exclusive to Sprouts. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be, and let me tell you why it would be cool. You know the big flakes of pepper.
Yeah,
I call them the Italian flakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we use the Calabrian chili flakes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I take those whenever, and I'll take the crema, and I just sprinkle. Now, folks, I grew up in Cajun land.
You can take a bit of heat.
That my level of what I can take, like if I was on that show Hot Ones, I would just buzz all the way through.
I can't wait for the day when you are on that show.
I would never go on because I know I would get pretty close to the end and I would sweat out. But as a matter of fact, we were having Mexican night here with Tallulah brought in all these tacos from this fancy place we had never been over Christmas. And they bought a ton of different tacos. I was eating the insides out. You know, they had the asada and the this and the that and the fish.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one that was really hot and everyone was eating it, like all the kids were eating it and they were sweating. Their eyes were sweating and the whole thing. So I said, give me one of those. And I ate all of the inside out and I was like, oh, maybe that one wasn't really hot. So I took another one and I started eating that. I was like, you guys must have gotten the hot ones. So Tallulah dipped her fork into my taco and she was like, oh no, this one's hot too. Right. So don't trust me when it comes to hot is what I'm trying to get at. But if you want to make a really good crema, take the crema and put those Italian flakes in there. And Anna's going to make a special one for Sprouts. I can't wait.
I hope they say yes.
Anna, if
they don't, I'm going to make it anyway.
You know what?
I'm going to tell you something real quick.
R&D. You can send it here for R&D.
I will send it there for R&D. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I wound up doing the Tom Bernard podcast. Thank you for referring me over to them.
Oh, cool.
And Andy, the producer, wrote me saying he wanted to try the pasta sauce. He wanted to try the marinara because we're one of the few pasta sauces on the shelf that don't have onions. The only one that has onions is the puttanesca.
Mhm.
And he's like, and you're sold out of it on your website, which, sorry guys, we're sold out of marinara. And I said, yes, you can try it. And I said, go to eathappykitchen.com and put in your address and you can see there's a retailer near you. And he's in Minnesota and he's got a fresh time within a mile of his address. I already did the work for him, of course.
Yeah.
But don't forget, guys, you can go put your address at eathappykitchen.com at the grocery locations, and you might find a retailer near you, which is a better price than on the website.
How cool is Tom Bernard? That's his whole family that works there. You know.
Oh my God, they're
so
everybody was so great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an irregular. I'm a semi-regular, so I'm an irregular.
That's what they said. You come on about once a month, which is awesome.
Yeah, and love to chop it up with those guys. Yeah, anytime. So yeah, Tom Bernard, really cool podcast. I like listening to it. Go check out everything Anna's doing, not just the sauce. She always has the powders you can get. Eat Happy Kitchen powders.
That's right.
Again, the tacos by itself. You just take the taco stuff, you get ground beef, put it in the pan, put the taco stuff, then you chop up a few onions, you get a little creme fraiche, you get yourself a little avocado, what have you. Ba-boom on the plate, ba-boom, ba-bop, ba-beep. You got yourself a big taco bowl. Excuse me, that's nothing but meat.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what you want to do, folks. I'm telling you, when Serena's gone, those are the things I do. When I make a steak, when I make something, even like something like a high-end piece of meat, like a filet, every now and then I'll do the filet.
Yeah.
Right. And
at the Teeter, it's on sale at the Teeter.
Oh, we go to the teat and we get it. We sear it on the hot black, the skillet, both sides and all around the edges. And what we do is we cake the Anna Vocino barbecue stuff around the whole thing, and it sears in with the butter. You've never had a steak like this in your life. I add a little extra salt to that because that's just me. So go check out everything she's doing, eathappykitchen.com. Also, Anna Vocino on Substack. It's annavocino.substack.com.
A lot of recipes there. Just waiting for you
to make them.
Vinny, what would you like to talk about?
Huh? Oh,
for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the vitamins?
Well, go to Amazon. Before you go to Amazon, you go to VinnieTartars.com, click through the banner. We are up and running. You can get vitamin D. You can get Vinnie's D. That's right. Go to purevitaminclub.com. We are getting the company back to the way it used to be. I am running it myself now. Everything is in stock. Boom, go get it. Everyone's coming back in and it's like we got the band back together. The family's coming in. Everyone's buying the vitamins.
Yes.
We're getting NSNG Foods straight, the ultra fat. Everything we're getting straight. The coffee is always the coffee. That never went off kilter because I was running that part before. Anyway, go check out everything I'm doing and by the way, we're redoing
PureCoffeeClub.com, NSNGFoods.com, PureVitaminClub.com.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm creating part of this whole new thing. I'm creating a new website where all of the products are going to be on one big website, right? Smart. So it's going to be one-stop shopping. I'm going to be like my own Amazon.
I love it.
What? You think there can only be one Amazon? No.
Vinizon.
I might start selling tampons and everything. You never know.
Great.
Yeah, everything you need. You need the toothpaste? Come see me. Vinnie'sAmazon.com. So we can't call it Amazon, but we could.
No, probably not. You're probably going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, we could call it.
Bezos will not be happy with you.
No, he would not be. As a matter of fact, I think there's probably laws against me doing that. Anyway, folks, go check out everything we're doing. I did a Villa Capella yet. Yes,
you did. We got it covered.
So, on behalf of Anna Vocino, my name is Vinnie Tartarich. Put life into living and do it with just a little bit more of heart.